Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. The January 19th elections in Barbados takes center stage in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective for Thursday, 6th January 2022. Details of this and a little regarding the status of the coronavirus in Guyana and a somewhat heartwarming interpretation of the Omicron variant from the WHO when we return.
Conveniently located in the Grand Anse Shopping Center, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair Grand Anse will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Welcome back.
A total of 108 candidates from several parties and 9 independents will contest the January 19th general election, the outcome of which party leaders say will be crucial to Barbados overcoming the challenges ahead. The final tally was reported by election authorities. Supervisor of Elections Angela Taylor meantime told Barbados Today that Monday's nomination day process went well. Among those filing nomination papers amid COVID-19 restrictions were Prime Minister and leader of the Barbados Labour Party, Mia Mottley, Democratic Labour Party leader, Verla De Pisa, and leader of the Alliance Party for Progress, Bishop Joseph Atherley. The Barbados Labour Party and the Democratic Labour Party are both fielding a full slate of 30 candidates, while the Alliance Party for Progress has nominated a total of 20 candidates. Noted political scientist Dr. George Bell has given his views on Bishop Joseph Atherley's decision to change constituencies for the upcoming general election. After filing his nomination papers on Monday, Bishop Atherley, who served the St. Michael West constituency for over 2 decades for the Barbados Labour Party, disclosed that he was now contesting the seat for St. Michael Central, currently held by the BLP's Arthur Holder.
The holder and holder. From St. Michael West, right, yeah.
He doesn't, from all the reports I've got, he doesn't have any chance out there.
Right.
Against that guy, and that guy has been doing a party steady work. So I think that on that measure, he decided that he's got the credibility that he can have in this election, but we should go somewhere else. And I suppose that he looked at where he felt there might be some vulnerability, and he has chosen the St. Michael.
Right, thank you.
But that is, I think that would depend very much on what work the Holder was doing there, and also the character of the opposition, the Democratic Labour Party's choice.
Prime Minister Mia Mottley was also asked to comment on the development.
I believe that this campaign is being reduced regrettably to persons who want an agenda to make a statement, because I'm not sure that he can do in 2 weeks that which he has done in the last 1999. So this is what 22 years in St. Michael West. And I asked myself, what is it really about? Is it about the people? If it was about the people, why is he not in St. Michael West, who voted with absolute confidence for him on the last occasion? If it is about trying to stop Arthur Holder from becoming the next member of Parliament, then I understand why he's gone up there. And I find that a most unchristian-like thing to do, because you're not going in to an election to block a man. You're going to an election to offer yourself a service and representation.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
The Democratic Labour Party candidate for St. James South, Dr. Ronnie Yearwood, has expressed concerns by suggestions that COVID-19 infected persons will not be able to vote in the upcoming January 19 general election. Dr. Yearwood believes the restriction does not augur well for a democracy, and he has suggested that affected voters may have legal recourse on the election laws and the Constitution. Meantime, a veteran politician, Dr. David Estwick, who filed his nomination for the St. Philip West constituency, said such a decision would disenfranchise voters.
If we've been battling with COVID for 2 years, essentially for 2 years, I believe very strongly we would have had ample time to have planned out a better system that utilize proper technology and utilize proper administrative approaches to not disenfranchise a voter in this country who is mentally competent, can walk, can talk, can hear, and see. So for me, that is a form of voter suppression. And I feel very strongly that there's technologies that will allow those types of persons who are not incapacitated to utilize the technology to vote. We need to wake up and understand that's what's been happening around the world. And I can say this, in regards to lack of understanding and planning, because, I went to school, we went in medicine, the first thing they tell us were the 5 Ps. Proper planning, prevent poor performance. That should have been planned out, knowing that you had to deal with COVID for about 2 years. We should not be disenfranchising nobody in Barbados who is not mentally incapacitated or physically incapacitated.
Dr. Estwick contended that the situation was as a result of poor management.
I understand the challenges of COVID present. We should have done better knowing the scenario that we had if we were going to plan an election in regards to COVID-19 pandemic being rampant. And at the time, when you're having an increase in the numbers, so you're not having 5 cases, 6 cases, you're having 260 every day.
That's right.
And then you don't put the administrative protocol or the technology in place in order to manage that appropriately. I don't know how else to describe that as very, 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 very poor management.
PM Mia Motley says her government will give a subsidy of $3,000 to every person under 35 who are seeking to become first-time home owners to help towards legal fees. Speaking during the launch of the BLP's campaign last evening, Motley says this will be a key policy if re-elected on January 19.
The first limitation, especially for young first-time homeowners, is if they got enough money to pay the legal fees for the documents when they're buying a property. Not true? And therefore, this government will give a subsidy of $3,000 to every person under the age of 35 buying a first-time house in this country for the first time to help towards legal fees. Because we need to encourage the housing revolution that will come from this year, 2022.
On the international front, a WHO official says evidence is emerging that the Omicron coronavirus variant is affecting the upper respiratory tract, causing milder symptoms than previous variants.
Evidence suggests that the variant affects the upper respiratory tract and that symptoms are less severe compared to previous variants. WHO Incident Manager Abdi Mahmoud explains.
We are seeing more and more studies pointing out that Omicron is infecting the upper part of the body, unlike other ones, the lung, who has been causing severe pneumonia. It can be a good news, but we really require more studies to prove that.
Since the heavily mutated variant was first detected in November, WHO data shows it has spread quickly and emerged in at least 128 countries. But while case numbers have surged to all-time records, the hospitalization and death rates are often lower than at other phases in the pandemic.
We had a good number of studies coming up, proving again what we had from South Africa, that the vaccine still protects you against hospitalization and severe disease and death.
That's news, but for the very latest.
No official confirmation yet, but health officials in Guyana believe the highly transmissible Omicron variant of COVID-19 is already present in the country. More from Gordon Mosley of News Source, Guyana.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony today said while it has not been confirmed that the fastest spreading Omicron variant of COVID-19 is in the country, recent COVID-19 numbers indicate that the variant might already be circulating here. The new variant has already been confirmed in a number of other CARICOM countries. Guyana does not have the capacity to test for new variants. Last week, health authorities in Guyana warned that while the COVID situation was improving and the numbers were on the decline, persons should not drop their guard. But after the busy holiday season, the numbers have started to increase.
Well, we're constantly monitoring what we've seen in other countries. Children who are vaccinated would get a milder form of the disease if they do contract the virus. In a lot of cases, they remain asymptomatic. So we'll continue to monitor.
The health minister said the Ministry of Health is anticipating a high number of positive cases in coming days with the current trend. And while only just over 90 cases were reported over the past 24 hours, he noted that could be attributed to the low number of testing that was done.
If they're children who get a more severe form of disease, well, then they'll have to be hospitalized, and we will work with them accordingly.
Dr. Anthony is encouraging persons who are fully vaccinated to get the booster dose to be better protected against the variant.
Conveniently located in the Grand Shopping Center, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair granaries will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.